Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the second album of Kiesza's second album called Crave. So Kiesza is a Canadian singer who came out in 2014 with her song Hideaway, and I immediately loved it. I love the 90s feel, the 90s dance to it. I was obsessed. And I loved the music video too. I thought it was super cute. Um, Focus this? Yeah. So I thought it was super cute. I thought it was great. I love her voice, everything about it. So I kept tabs with her, and she released it. She released Giant in My Heart, which I love that one too. So I was like, okay, she's definitely something. Then she came out with Sound of a Woman, which came out in 2014, like the same year, and I love that whole thing. So I was already sold on her. So after a while, though, she kind of didn't release an album since that, and she's been doing like singles and collabs and everything, but we haven't had like a solidified like album, and I guess it's 2020 now, 6 years it's been. So she finally released Crave, and that was one of her singles that she had going on, and so this album is nice. It's not as I think that Sound of a Woman is better, but I also think this is nice because it is a different sound. She's touching on different DJ or different producers. Just not saying with like one, she's giving kind of different sounds in it. Like she give you a little 80s, a little 90s ish, a little bit of like dance, a little pop fun. It's really it's cute. Only issue I have with it is that sometimes, like, there's some songs that I didn't really understand what it was meant to say, and or they would be songs that were the topics already talked about in the one before it. So it's just like, okay, that's kind of the same thing. It's the same topic. So Crave is one of the songs I really liked. I started, thought it was amazing. 80s sound, catchy. She says, "I can't fight what I feel. We can't fight what feelings do. We can't hide that I want you." And I love her vocals and electric. These Boston MCs helped produce this. They did a little mix and fifth harmony, so it was good to go. And then we go into "Can't Be Saved." And I feel like that's the same thing. She says crave in that too. I was like, I know that you're pulling it back, but I feel like having back-to-back songs that mean the same thing without at least giving space to make it seem like they're all into one, or maybe she's continuing the conversation but it seems like this one is trying to be its own song, but it seems like this is part two, like Crave part two in a way. Not the same sound, but the same topic. Because in that one, it's talking about giving up the feeling of wanting a lover, like wanting to be with that person and just being with that person. She says, "I can't be saved, so I might as well give up the fight." And then it goes into "Love Me with Your Lies," which is, I feel like those two kind of, like, I think that's the actual issue. "Can't Be Saved" and "Love Me with Your Lives," not lives, are good. Are lie. I think they're good sonically, but I feel like it felt empty. I feel like those songs are very empty. Now the ones that I really, including, pretty much that one. And so I felt like those were two empty songs. Didn't really understand what they meant. I didn't really understand, I don't know, it didn't really feel like anything. But the ones I did like was "All for the Feelings." I love "All for the Feelings." I think it's so nice. It's one of the quotes I really like is, "I'm getting all my feelings back. You make me believe in love." And pretty much just what it is. This person that she's involved with is making her believe in love again, and obviously she was jaded before from it. And Crave, I love Crave. When Boys Cry, I love Boys Cry. It's a favorite song. It's my favorite song off the album completely, hands down. I love it. I love the idea of it. It was produced with Chris Malinchuk. I love him. I can't pronounce his name, obviously, but I love him. He has great music. You gotta get into them if you haven't yet. Just beautiful music. Anyway, so obviously that's why, and of course, before I didn't know, I knew this afterwards. So of course, even makes it like it even more. But I love the sound. I love the idea that she's talking about the topic of men being allowing men to be comfortable, to be vulnerable, to let their feelings show. And I think that's something that no one really talks about. No one really talks about. No one. I haven't, name a song, I will literally take it back. But I have not seen anybody talk about the vulnerability of men, because I think that's the biggest problem with sometimes when it's like I feel like like as a man myself, but like feel like sometimes the reason that you see these, at least I observed, I see these people, these men like have all these issues, just like toxic masculinity. I think it does come from society telling us that we can't express our feelings, and that's a thing that females do, and that's not manly, that's not masculine. And I think if anything, it is masculine, it's human. So I think it's just like for her to say a song that's allowing you and calling it out, say, I know that you're feeling hurt. You are allowed to express yourself. I think it's so beautiful. I think it's so I think it's the most feminist thing, one of the feminist things that could ever happen. Like, I just love it. It's just equality at the most. I love it. Anyway, going to that one, love it. And then Sky Ain't the Limit, didn't really know if I was going to like it. The beginning was like, okay, but it ended up, the structure, the whole idea of the song is so nice. I love the lyrics. Lyrics on point completely. This was made with the help of production of Lick Drop, who definitely comes back later on and Dance with Your Best Friend. I'll talk about that in a minute. So this one's really nice. It says, one of the quotes she says is, "Love is the rarest breed, but it bleeds poetic memories." Or she also says, best to let it fall apart. Breaking is a beautiful art. I love that. Just being, I feel like she's saying, like, let everything just happen. Let it be. Let it, take the love back. Take the love fully as good and bad. Like, take it all in. It's all beautiful. The whole work of love is beautiful. No matter how bad it is and how great it is. It's the fact to feel, I feel like she's saying just being in love in general is just beautiful, and I think it is just a beautiful thing to have. And then finally, another one I like is Dancing with Your Friend, or Your Best Friend, with Lick Drop, Cocanina, and Shane, Vince D. Paul. I did like this song. Only issue I have is that it felt a little disorganized. It was a little, we got some of her, but then we got a shit ton of like the features, which is great, but it was just like, it felt like it was just going, it felt like it was going somewhere with her, and it kind of somewhere else, which just wasn't bad. Like each direction wasn't bad. I'm not complaining about the pieces, but I feel like when they stacked together, it didn't really make any sense to me. But that's pretty much it. That's all the album, honestly. I give this album a 7 out of 10 because of those songs, and because it's just like I want to know more about what's going on. But I still love her. I think she's amazing. I think I got a handful of songs I'm going to take with me with this album, so I'm really happy with that. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. If you liked it, didn't like it, let me know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get all of my videos so you can see everything. So that's pretty much it. I hope to see you all in the next video.